It's the Colorado Rockies going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. On the hill here today, Martin Perez.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. That one outside, and we're underway. Out to short, Baldwin. Throws to first. Out on a bang-bang play. Here's Bud Black's lineup for the Colorado Rockies. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
On the ground, Sosa. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. Two outs, base is empty. And now Ezequiel Tovar. The shortstop takes the ball. Outside, and the count is 2-0. 2 out, space is empty. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Here's Michael Tolia. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back here on the south side. And on the mound today, German Marquez.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Bottom of the first, here's Mike Tauchman. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Fouled off to the right. That's way outside. And it's 1-2. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Luis Robert now. First pitch, and he just misses. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one back. Out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0.
He just sparked this home crowd in a big way. What a swing. hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Hard hit right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Let's take a look at our lineup. Andrew Vaughn now. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Still only one out here in the inning. And they'll do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Jones sizes this one up, nabs it, 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
That one ripped, but foul. Two outs. Hit in the air, right field. Bouchard makes the grab, and that's the inning. Luis Robert with the homer here. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Here on the south side, second inning set to go. And now the first baseman, Michael Toglia. Perez, 33 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Perez back to work. Foul ball there. Now 1-1. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. On the ground, out to short. Tosses to first. One out in the second. Here's Chris Bryant now. Second overall pick in the 2013 draft. And that's
That's a ball.
downstairs. And that's ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
And another ball. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. One out, base is empty. And that one hit to first. He gets there with the slide. Nicely done for the out. Now here's Nolan Jones. In there at the knees. Strike one. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's out.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
So runner at second, 2 down. Thairo Estrada to the plate. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
0-1.
Line to left. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that is that. The Rockies strand one. They trail things here 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. And that's a strike. That one the other way, puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And up next for Chicago, Miguel Vargas. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there's 2 away.
The shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Brooks Baldwin. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
And a rope into center field, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Mancini, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Here's Corey Lee. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Lee started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. Baldwin stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the White Sox 2 and the Rockies nothing. Back at right field. And now the right fielder, Sean Bouchard. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
0-1 now. That one is hammered right field. Back there. And that ball is gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 2-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Jacob Stallings now. There's the strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Outside low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now here is Brenton Doyle. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Just missed. In the dirt, and the count 2-1. Headed towards the corner. Benintendi on the move, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next one just misses, and the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The wind and the pitch. Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Step off, throw to first, and he dives back in safely. McMahon, batting with one down, takes a strike. Man at first, one away. Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw, save.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Runner at second here, one gone. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's two away.
Now batting, shortstop,
Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And a ground ball to first. Vaughn steps on the bag. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Rockies edging closer with this shot. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back, set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Pitch is in there. Strike 1.
0-1.
And there's a foul ball.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Next one misses. Now 1-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Bouchard makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Luis.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. He's already homered here in this one. Top of the zone for a strike. And it's 0-1. Just missed. That misses the zone. And that's ball 2. One down, base is empty. Fouls one off. 2-2. Cracks his bat and pops him up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew.
2 down, base is empty. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 1 so far. He swings and fouls one off. And That's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Inside, 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Fly to left his first time. In for a strike, 0-1. Benintendi off of first with 2 away. Broken back ground ball to second. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. The White Sox lead 1. They lead it 2-1. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Michael Toglia. A changeup missing, and it's 1-0. Chopped left side, and that's just foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That's out.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Center field. Robert on the move. He's got it, and there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Bryant in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
1 gone, runner at first. Nolan Jones digging in for the Rockies. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Bounce to the right side. And that is out of play. Upstairs. The count now 2-2.
Three balls.
In the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So in now for Colorado, Thairo Estrada. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. And that's outside.
No strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Out to short. Baldwin whips it to first on the run. Got him. Nice play. So 1 left for Colorado. They're down 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th. And now here is Josh Rojas. And ball 1.
You know, these White Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And he takes a strike.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Slides, but it gets by him.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And here is Sosa to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there for strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
The 0-1. Line drive. Estrada. Off balance feed. There's one. To first. Not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And next is the designated hitter, Miguel Vargas. Fly to left his first time. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Sosa leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. Singled and stole a base his first time. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So one left for the White Sox as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Sean Bouchard. Perez back to work. Late swing fouled off.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic. If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
0-2 now as he swings through it. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 64 preparing to come on if needed. Boozer, a left-hander, also throwing. The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he chases that one. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Jacob Stallings. Stallings, a former Gold Glove winner, 35 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2012. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Now batting, center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So the Rockies lineup turns over, and here is Brenton Doyle. And that drops in for a strike. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Up the middle, dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. So a man aboard. Here's Ryan McMahon now. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike.
0-1.
Step off throw to first.
Oh, he's in there.
Doyle back on a dive. That one missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Inside, just missed. Taps softly to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One hit, one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the White Sox 2 and the Rockies 1. Here on the south side, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Corey Lee. Misses off the plate. Ball 1. And that's in there at the knees. High fly ball, right field. Bouchard has a beat on it. He makes the grab. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Mike.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Outside low, and that is ball 1. That clips the corner.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. This one lifted in the air, left field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the White Sox, center fielder, Luis.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Luis Robert Jr. He's already homered in this game. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Fought off foul.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
1 ball.
And that skips in the dirt. That one ripped. Back there. Caught just shy of the wall. So they go quietly there. We're through 5. It's the White Sox 2 and the Rockies 1. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, number 64.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Well, 1-run game. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 2. Off the plate, and that's ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Gus Varland, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Ellard also throwing. The shortstop takes the ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And there's a ball. Michael Toglia in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
No outs, runner at first. Michael Tolia digging in for the Rockies. Late on that fastball.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Back foot slider struck him out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Here's Bryant now. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Fouled off down the right side. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And that's too high. That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Line drive, that's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And the batter now, Nolan Jones. First and third, 1 down. Next pitch misses inside. 1-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
On the ground to short, could be 2. Baldwin to second. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Thairo Estrada digging in for the Rockies. Move to first.
He's safe.
Line drive, base hit right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the right fielder, Sean Bouchard. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Slider misses outside. Jones at second. Estrada on at first with 2 down. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Two the count.
Three-two now.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Jacob Stallings in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. First and second, two down. Slice to right, down the line, and it's foul. And they're all loaded up.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Now the Rockies catcher, Jacob Stallings. Strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. We are tied 2-2. Back at right field, bottom of the 6th inning, Andrew Benintendi steps up.
Andrew Benintendi.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Slings to first, 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Josh Rojas. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
Here goes the runner. And fouled off. Squirts away a little bit. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Seth Halverson getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Peralta warming up as well. him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Lenny Sosa will hit next. Tap foul at the plate. Two outs, and that's outside. Fastball is outside. This one in the air. And that will end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Gus Barlin. And here is Brenton Doyle. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that's outside.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
And downstairs.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And one away.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch misses inside. And that's ball 1. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. That one catches the corner for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there's 2 down. Next is switch hitting first baseman Michael Toglia. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's a strike. 2 outs. Breaking
I got
ball
one ball, 1 strike.
inside. And now it's even 1-1. And delivers
That's off the
outside.
plate. Ball 2.
Just missed.
Outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base.
Oh, that could be a big walk in this ball game. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. So some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. McMahon, the lead runner, out at second. Tolia at first. 2 out of the inning. And that one fouled off. Line drive, and that's a base hit. They're waving McMahon home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
At the plate, Nolan Jones.
Ball 1.
And that's a little bit high. 1-0. On the ground to the left. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Seth Halverson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now, Miguel Vargas. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball, that's outside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball.
That's a ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2-2 to count.
Got him. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. That pitch gets the inside corner. And that's strike one. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Corey Lee, the next to hit. Outside low, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Started to swing, held up. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there.
3 balls, 1
Really had
strike.
some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. White Sox down to run. Bounced up the middle. And the White Sox go quietly. 3 up, 3 down for them there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Rockies 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Frazier Ellard.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. 1 for 3. Ellard, a 6'4 lefty, 220 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2021. That one misses, and the count is 1-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That's inside.
That's inside.
Next offered in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Sean Bouchard. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Cam Boozer, the left-hander, up and throwing. Leisure, the right-hander, loosening up as well. 1 down, base is empty.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Edge of his zone for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's the third. In time to Vaughn. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Jacob Stallings.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Jacob Stallings. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
That's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. So up next, Brenton Doyle. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Stallings leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering upstairs.
1-1.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
2 outs. Got him swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. So 1 hit is all they get. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Rockies 3 and the White Sox 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Luis Peralta.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now it's the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Tyler Kinley getting ready to come on for Bud Black. The other way, Tovar. Tauchman is gone.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now batting, center fielder Luis.
So here's Robert now. And a swing and a miss. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses across to first, and they take care of Robert for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Benintendi to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
2 down, nobody on. This to third, but that rolls foul.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Doyle on his way over. Corrals it. And that will end the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Cam Boozer.
For the White Sox, number 71.
So in now for Colorado, Ryan McMahon. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Activity in the bullpen. Tyler Gilbert appears to be getting loose.
One ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missed.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And he'll be safe at first.
Up next for Colorado.
Well, that's a pick you want to come up with as a first baseman. That's how you win that gold glove. But it's never on him to take the error on a throw like that. And he'll probably tell you he should have picked his teammate up, but he gave it a good effort, just couldn't get it to stick.
Man at first, Ezekiel Tovar digs in now. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. He's got it. One down.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael Tolia.
Michael Tolia now at the plate. A switch hitter batting right. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
That's down and in.
2-1.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And now 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one is upstairs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
2 on, 1 out. Here's Bryant now. Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the ninth. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ball 1 there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Line to left. And Benintendi able to make the grab. Next for Colorado, Nolan Jones. In there, and it's 0-1.
Man, I mean,
0-1.
nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. So they strand a pair. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Rockies 3 and the White Sox 2. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Tyler Kinley.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Vaughn up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
1-0.
Oh, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And that one almost got him.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
One-run game, bottom 9. Fastball for a strike. There's a strike. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Making a move at first, here's the White Sox pinch runner, Brian Ramos. No outs, runner at first. Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Leadoff man is on. You got to be looking for the bunt here, trying to get him into scoring position.
Bunted back towards the mound. In plenty of time to first, out on the sac bunt.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
So up next for Chicago, Lenny Sosa. Check swing, called strike. So the tying run at second. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
The 0-2. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Run comes in from second, and they tied it in the bottom of the ninth. Makes it to second. The winning runs in scoring position with one gone.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Now it's going to be Miguel Vargas. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That misses, and it's 1-0. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Runner around third. The winning run crosses the plate, and the White Sox walk it off and win it 4-3.
Well, you come into the ninth inning down. First you're looking to tie it. They did that, but then they got the extra to put themselves on top. These players knew exactly what it was going to take to win this ball game. I love it when you see a team find a way to win, and that's what they did today.
For 3, our final. From Target Field in Minneapolis, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Minnesota Twins. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And our starting pitcher here today, Pablo Lopez.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do, to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Jonathan India, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. On the ground to third. Lewis throws to first. And the first out of the game is an easy one. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. There's a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Tosses to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. 2 outs. Base is empty. Vinny Pasquantino will hit next. In the air, left field, down the line. And that drops foul. Now the 0-1. That one fouled off. Two outs. Now that's smacked to right center. Dives and makes the catch.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swing it.
Back in Minnesota. And today's starter, Seth Lugo. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Willie Castro leading things off and takes a strike. And that one fouled off. That missed by a lot. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
The 1-2. That one missing inside. And that's way high. Full count now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Hard hit left side. Now he launches a throw over his head, and this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Well, that was a throw that just shouldn't have been made. They scored a single and an error, so the official scorer doesn't believe a good throw would have gotten an out, and neither do I. We can't hear it from up here, but I wonder if anyone was telling him just to eat the throw. You know, that's where communication on the infield can sometimes help out a ton.
Pickoff move to second, and he's back in on a dive. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and he takes it himself for the out. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. Here's Trevor Larnach.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Check swing, no
That's
appeal,
inside.
and that's ball one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and very nicely done for the out.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here's Byron Buxton. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just misses with that one.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 out, space is empty. And that one hammered. That's back there. And that is gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 2-0.
Tried to intimidate with that fastball up and in, but he was ready for it. Pulled the trigger, and man, explosive through the zone right there.
And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Just off the outside edge. Two down, nobody on. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1 ball.
First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. On to the second from Minneapolis. It's the Twins 2 and the Royals nothing. Back at Target Field, here's the catcher, Salvador Perez.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Lopez back to work. And that's in for a strike. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. And that's a strikeout looking. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. That one hammered, but pulled foul. One out, bases empty. Swings through that one above the zone.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Next offering is downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count. He's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that'll make you smile out there on the mound, or maybe pump out your chest a little bit farther. That's about as good of a backdoor curveball as you'll ever see. Right on the black, and not surprisingly, just locked him up in the box.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. And there's a strike. Renfroe goes 6'1", 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2013. 2 outs. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's a ball and a strike. To third, Lewis. To first, and Renfroe is retired. Royals set down in order. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Twins 2 and the Royals nothing. And we're back. And the batter now, Royce Lewis. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Off the mark there, and it's 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that one is lifted in the air. Renfroe in position. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Ty France. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next one is off the plate, and now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing at a ground ball and foul ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, digging for two. The throw into second. The tag, and they cut him down, going for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Brooks Lee, the next Twin up to hit. And that one upstairs. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Base hit center field. And that extends the inning. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Out to short. Witt throws across the diamond. That's the inning. So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Twins 2 and the Royals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, M.J. Melendez.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
And Pablo Lopez will deliver. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind is kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
Now the third baseman, Michael Garcia. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that's downstairs and outside. Pitch is in for a strike. Now 2-1. Headed towards the corner. Wallner towards the line. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play. And it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Kyle Isbell in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Next pitch is downstairs. Goes down looking. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Twins 2 and the Royals nothing. Back in Minnesota, bottom of the inning. And now for the Twins, Willie Castro. And that one fouled off. There's the strike up high, and it's 0-2.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Just missed the inside corner. Now 1 and 2.
2 strikes to count.
And there's a ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And misses inside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
Man at first, nobody out. And here comes Carlos Correa. He's 0 for 1. Inside, just missed.
Well, these Twins doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Here's a 1-1. On the ground, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. On to first, double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
So up next for Minnesota, Trevor Larnach. And first offering is fouled off.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Ball, that's out.
On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Got him on the off-balance throw. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Twins 2 and the Royals nothing. Back at Target Field, new inning getting started. And now the DH, Jonathan India. Fastball for a strike at 95. That one the other way. And there's a hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning. And to the plate for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. grounded out his first time up. Just missed. That's in there, and the count even 1-1. India gets his lead at first with nobody out. Pickoff throw. India dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some.
Runner takes off. There's a ball. Throw to second.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game, so that caught stealing kind of stings. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So 2 down now, and here is Vinny Pasquantino.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
No ball,
And a
2
bat
strikes.
like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Next one misses, and a count 1-2.
1 ball.
The
2
Royals trailing by 2, top half of inning number 4. So Salvi is set down on strikes. Royals lead 1. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom 4, now the Minnesota cleanup hitter, Byron Buxton. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. That's a laser base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now battle the right fielder.
And next for Minnesota, Matt Wallner. Struck out swinging his first time. Not
Count
close
1-0.
with that one. Ball 1. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Missed
Nope,
inside with the
ball 2.
curve. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Buxton headed for third. Coming home. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Royce Lewis. Flied to right his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Ball.
Meanwhile, activity in the
One
bullpen.
strike.
Chris Stratton, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Serpa getting cranked up as well. This one blasted the other way, down the line, and it's a foul ball.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
Upstairs.
Ball, that's high.
Here's the 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Ty France, the next twin up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
One out and a runner at second. That one missed.
Ball.
Dribbled up the third baseline. Slings to first in time.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play, have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
On the ground, and that one handled. Now a jump throw. They get the out, and that'll do it. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready now for the fifth inning, and now Michael Massey. Lopez back to work. Ball one, no strikes.
Well, these Royals need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Next offering is fouled back.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Ground ball up the middle. A dive. Nice stop. To his knee, the throw, and it beats him. What a play.
Look at the commitment to make the play. Down on the ground from the knees. That's not just arm strength, guys. That's core strength as well. Look at that rocket across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate. First time up, he grounded to third. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. The Twins leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one just missing inside. Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes to count.
That's down and in.
2.
And that one is inside. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Melendez stands in now and watches strike one. Backed off the plate that time. Renfroe, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Next pitch is outside. Outside. Swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Right through there for a strike. Headed down the line, and that's a foul ball. Two outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Cut out and missed, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So 1 left for Kansas City. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the Twins catcher, Brian Jeffers. Jeffers,
Ball inside.
27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018.
Well, these Twins doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one's back there. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Benny hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down. All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. And now
That's
the count
ball.
is even.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's
Ball.
a little bit low.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Carlos Correa. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's
that's
off the inside edge. 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. And now 2-0.
2-0.
In the air, right side. Renfroe getting an angle on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Top 6. So up now for Kansas City, Kyle Isbell.
Kyle Isbell.
And that one a little below the knees.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that is ball 1. This one in the air. Lewis under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Jonathan Indy at the plate. 1 for 2.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus. But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Correa over to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop,
Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. The Royals trailing by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side. Whips it across, and Witt is out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Twins 3 and the Royals nothing. Now on the bump, Angel Serpa.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Angel Serpa.
So digging in, Trevor Larnach.
The left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
And there's the ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away, if you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
He goes down looking. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
The next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. That's to third, and that's just foul. The 1-2. Next offering is outside. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Wallner in the box again, takes a strike. Towards first, Pasquantino. He steps on the bag, and the Twins go 1-2-3. Nothing doing here for the Twins, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. First pitch just misses. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Griffin Jacks warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Sands getting loose as well. And that one off the outside edge. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And that's in for a strike.
Helpful.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
Next to hit, Salvador Perez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Larnach brings it in. 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. Pasquantino at first, 1 gone. And that's in for a strike.
Dude, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first. The throw is late, and they can't get the out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. Now, that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
First and second, 1 out. Now it's the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. Splits the plate. That's strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
The tying run at the plate. Ball 1 there. Swing and a chopper. Lewis tossed to second, to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Here's the left fielder, M.J. Melendez. That one outside, and that's ball 1. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Tying run at the plate. Fought off foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Royals strand a pair. Still down 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Chris Stratton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now for the Twins, Royce Lewis. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. There's a strike up high, and it's 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off. Breaking ball misses down and away. Struck him out looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
France up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. Just off the inside edge. Right through there for a strike. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and now it's 3-2. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone. One down. Now it's the second baseman, Brooks Lee. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. High in the air, out to right. Renfroe in position, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher,
Ryan Jeffers, the next twin up to hit. That one missed.
Ball 2.
France, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fastball for a strike. Next pitch is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
On the ground to the left. Oh, and it hits the base. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Back to the top of the order. This is Willie Castro. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Base hit. 1 run is in. throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Carlos Correa, the next Twin up to hit. That misses, and it's 1-0. That's a little bit low.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Swung on, belted. That's back. And it one-hops the wall. Castro around third. Tag, and he's out at the plate. That ends the inning, but they do score a run here. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Twins 5 and the Royals nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jorge Alcala.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So digging in, Michael Garcia. Alcala, a righty that throws with power. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Danny Coulombe warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Sands, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Grounds one to short. Correa on to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
1 down, base is empty.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Larnach sizing this one up. They got it for out number 2. Two outs, base is empty. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals. 1 for 3. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Royals bats are quiet there. It's 5-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Sam Long.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
The pitch. Larnick stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That misses the zone. Ball 2. Hit in the air left field. Melendez going after it. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Byron Buxton, the next twin up to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So a man at first, and now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. And a foul ball. Buxton over at first with one away. Next pitch misses way outside. That one is upstairs.
2 strikes.
And downstairs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
First base.
Up next for the Twins, the third baseman.
2 on, 1 out. Stepping in, Royce Lewis. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that one clips the corner.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And takes low for ball 1.
1-1.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
That's a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. And it gets by him. 1 run is. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 7-0.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
1 out, runner at second. So up next for Minnesota, Ty France.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Out number 2.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
And first offering is fouled off. And he chases a high fastball there.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
That one 95 to finish him off. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Twins 7 and the Royals nothing. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brock Stewart.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. Right down to shoot. Strike 1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a foul straight back.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. In the air, right field. Walner pulls it down. 1 up, 1 down. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. That clips the corner. Movement in the bullpen. Danny Coulombe warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Tonkin also throwing. The Twins up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a ball popped up. Lee pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Last chance for the Royals. Now here is Salvador Perez. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. They're down to their final strike.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Stewart is just 1 strike away.
Oh, that's too high.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.